here free. You see what I'm saying? Like, you must walk around here being free of a whole bunch of negative, lower vibrations, like anger. What's going on, Jitterbug? How you doing, man? You know, you must walk around here free of anger, free of resentment, free of this, all these things. Because if you carry around these things, all you're going to do is destroy yourself. So you're going to pick up everybody's energy. The reason why we are able to pick up everybody's energy is because we're carrying the same energy, and we recognize it because of what we carry. So we have to understand this. You will feel their energy because you're carrying it too. And you can actually recognize theirs because you have it. Understand this right here. The only way to know what I have is for you to recognize it within you. You must recognize it within you. If you feel it, that means you have it within you. So my energy connects to yours, you will feel it. So now you have to increase your frequency every single day. You have to intentionally increase your spirit. So one of the things that I do, I speak to my spirit. Has anybody ever spoke to their spirit before? Exactly, Tony. Has anybody ever spoke to their spirit? And you can't talk to your spirit all cute. Like, stop. Why you like him so much? Why you always want to take him in why you always want to take him in every time he comes back? Right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Why you always want to take her back when she comes back? Don't take her back. I'm so tired of going through this. Your spirit is like, whatever. Come back. I miss you. You got to speak to your spirit. You got to command your spirit. Hey, what are you doing? Let him hear. Let it, her, him, let it hear you. Let it hear your voice being stern. Let it hear your energy is actually, I ain't joking with you. Listen, this person has no more room. I have no more room for this person. You are not allowed to actually bring this person in. From now on, I reject this energy. Listen, you gotta speak. Man, you are think I'm crazy. She was healing and had a baby. Oh, that's amazing, Anita. That's amazing. But yeah, you gotta speak to your energy all the time. You have to be stern. You can't be all passive. You can't be sensitive and emotional. You speak to your spirit. Hey, you are no longer welcome in my spirit. Talk to theirs. Yeah, good, Zareen, good. But seriously, you can speak to, so I speak to my spirit all the time. That's something that I do. Sometimes my family think I'm crazy or stuff, but it's okay. I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, so you have to learn. You have to learn, man. We all have very powerful gifts on this planet. We can all take each other pain away, but to take my pain away, you have to not have that same pain in you. You have to have no pain that carries a similar frequency in you. You have to actually cleanse yourself daily. So you have to become responsible for what you are carrying. Hey, Raquel. Oh, thank you. I'm glad, Annie Brown, for learning. I'm glad. So listen, what questions you all have? Jitterbug, what's going on, man? How's life? Hey, listen, man. I've been talking a lot of things recently. I've been talking about money. I've been talking about, wealth. I've been talking about being successful. I've been talking about healing. I'm all over the dang place. I'm just all over the place. I want us to understand one thing. Great morning, Butterboo. How are you doing? I ain't see you in forever. Your videos don't come across my screen at all. How are you doing? How are you been? Long time. It's good to see you. Life is always beautiful. The challenge, the journey is all good. Listen, I feel you, man. I feel you. But I'm telling you, man, it shouldn't be that much. I mean, yes, there's challenges and stuff, but sometimes them challenges is for us to wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's for us to wake up. Them challenges is for us to awaken. Thank you, Raquel. Those challenges sometimes to wake us up. Sometimes we have blocked energies. Our energies ain't really okay, Butterboo. I hear you. Hey, Charge, how are you doing? Sometimes our energies ain't flowing well. It's not flowing effortless. It's so much blockage based on our experience. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and she was asking me, Kirk, how do you heal? I need healing. How? I'm still healing. I'm still going through my healing process. I am healing. How do I heal? What do I need to do to heal? I'm healing from my marriage. But are you still married? No, I'm not married. So then you're not healing from your marriage because you're not married. So I said, what you think that you have, it's not what you have. You're not healing from your marriage because you are no longer married. I think many times we think that we need healing, but we are perfectly fine. We are in an unknown place. You know what I mean? Thank you for the gift. Thank you, Tony. Sometimes you're in an unknown place and you don't feel the same like how you felt when you was in a relationship. Now you're out of the relationship, you don't feel the same, so you think you need healing. No. Embrace the unknown. That's the gift. That's facts, Jitterbug. Embrace the change. Embrace the newness. Embrace the unknown. This is something that we don't do often. We don't embrace the unknown. I need healing. You don't need healing because you are safe. Sometimes, right? Thank you, Sarah. How are you doing, Sarah? Sometimes when people keep saying, I need healing, I'm going through my healing journey, ask this one question. What are you sick? Are you really sick? Hey, Camille, how are you doing? Like, for real, like, are you sick? So ask yourself, okay, I need healing. Ask yourself a question. Am I sick? What is going on with me? Is something wrong with me? And I guarantee you, you are safe. You are untouched. You are unbothered. But what's effing with you is your thoughts. Just because your thoughts is effing with you doesn't mean that you're not healed. Listen, sometimes we get hurt years ago. We get hurt and we get healed. The body is healed. But that memory that comes back cripples you. Why? You are healed already. Hey, Caroline, how are you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, sometimes the healing is already done. But the memory is what you feed because you think it's real. So I'm trying to tell you all, hey, Camo, I'm trying to tell you all sometimes what you think that you are not healed, a lot of times you are already healed. But you haven't embraced the healing yet. You're still walking in your pain. You're still walking in your relationships. You're still walking in your mistakes. You're not walking in your healing. Listen, check this out. Walk in your healing. Walk in your freaking healing. What are you waiting for? Just got back from New Zealand, is that? Oh, okay, that's amazing. Hey, Carla B, start with our thoughts. Facts. But nobody wants to walk in their healing. Listen, brother. You know what, Jitterbug? I'm going to tell you what I do. I'm going to tell you my real thing that I do, Jitterbug. I want you to listen to what I do. I'm going to give you a very important 10 seconds of what I do. Because I know you ask me a lot of times, what do you do? And how do you do it? What are you doing? Let me tell you what I do. How to move on from Australian. Okay, I'll come back to the one with Raquel. Give me 1 second. So, at one point in my life, we all go through these moments of times. After my divorce, I was very poor. All my money was gone. I was tired. I was drained. I was scared. I was insecure. I had anxiety. I had, panic attacks. I went through hell. My life changed. Everything changed. I couldn't afford my house. I couldn't afford my car. I couldn't afford nothing at all. And so I was in a place where I have a poverty mindset because that's what I experienced. Because my situation made me believe that it was true. Because sometimes your situation will make you believe that what you are going through is true. However, is it true? Yeah, that's your reality currently. Man, listen, when I started learning about manifestation and stuff, I didn't have any money, but I started to walk like I had. Because I manifested it, that means I had it. So I started to walk like I had. I started to live like I had it. I started to experience life in the now as the now was already here. I began to walk like I had it. I began to walk like I was there. At first it feels like you're lying to yourself when you tell yourself I am wealthy. You're like, oh, whatever. You broke ass dude. Dude, you broke. Dude, you ain't healthy. Dude, you ain't wealthy. Dude, you ain't got no money. Dude, your wife took all your money. Dude, you're gone. Dude. But listen, the more I did it every day, is the more my program changed. And when my program changed, ideas started coming to me. Random ideas. Things that never came before. Things that wasn't connected to my thoughts. So when an idea came and I realized that let me walk in my prosperity instead of walking in my brokenness. See, a lot of us are already delivered, but we're still walking like we are broken. So man, listen, a lot of us are already delivered. That disease is already being healed. The cancer is gone. The stress is gone. Your body is recovered. You are prosperous now. You are amazing. But your memory is allowing you to walk like it's not. Your memory is allowed because you remember being sick so much that now you are walking still in your sickness. But it's already done. Sometimes it has been removed already, but you don't trust it. Because your memory is remembering your disease, your brokenness, when you was hurt, when he left you, when he divorced you, when she walked off, when she cheated, when she lied, when he cheated, when he lied, when he abused you, when you was abused, when you was a young. Your memory is walking in it still. Listen, you have to be brave enough to step up and walk like ain't nothing going on in your life. Because your memory is effing with you. Your memory is creating a picture, and the picture is making you feel like what you are experiencing is still there. It's no longer there. You have been delivered. Sometimes you have to tell yourself it is done. When them thoughts come, you have to tell yourself it is done. See, when those emotions comes of fear and anxiety, you got to remember, hey, it is done. You got to say it out loud. It is done. What I'm seeing is an illusion. Listen, whatever is going on, you have to walk in it. You have to convince yourself that it is done. This ain't for the weak-hearted. This ain't for just anybody can't do this. Just anybody don't have. Anybody can't do this. That's why the world is so messed up. It's not messed up, but that's why we struggle so much. Because everybody can't do it. Because it takes discipline. This spiritual walk is discipline. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta know that I don't wanna believe it when I see it. See, the worldly man says, I will believe it when I see it. A spiritual man says, I see it after I believe it. That's what you got to do, believe it. And even in the deeper sense, you have to know it. You have to believe it so much that you have no room for doubt. That means you have to know it. You have to know without a doubt that this is what I'm walking in. And if I'm walking in it, as within, so without. I must create it on the outside of me. So yes, when I was going through my thing, I was going through my poverty lifestyle, and everybody, no, it's not that hard. It's not that easy. It's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. Some things, when your program supports it, when your program supports money, money comes to you. When your program supports relationship comes to you. When your program supports health, you stay healthy. When your program that you have supports prosperity and success and love and respect, that's what comes to you naturally. You ain't got to do nothing because it's in your program. But if your program don't support you being rich, you start thinking that something is wrong with you. When your program don't support you being in a relationship, because your thoughts are telling you what you've seen, and your thoughts are telling you that men is going to do this, and women are liars, and your thoughts are telling you all these things from what you experienced back in the days, what you think that you know, and your program is running, and the program is not supporting a healthy relationship. So you find yourself trying hard and being frustrated and being angry and begging men to stay, begging women to please change, please do this, because your programming is not supporting those basic functions. So instead of getting frustrated, change the program. If money... Man, this thing is not coming back. Y'all still there? Y'all still there? Sorry, I wasn't reading the comments. Your body keeps the score, facts. But I'm telling you, man, this journey right here... this journey... Can you all see me now? Am I back? Hey, you call me beautiful smile. But yeah, this journey right here, don't get me wrong, this journey right here ain't for the weak-hearted. Kirk, how do I come to someone without having attitude? Next question is that one. Somebody asked one first. She asks, how do I... what did you ask again? I totally forgot what you asked. You asked... So, Raquel, can you ask again, please? And then I will come to you, Spicy, with your question. But she asked first. Raquel, what was your question again? Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Hey, boss lady. Listen, y'all, my subscribers, thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel, man. Thank you all so much for subscribing. I appreciate you guys so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. You know what I do with your subscription? You know what I'm going to do? I actually help some people out. And I'm about to help out some people who ain't got nothing with your subscription money. So I'm putting it as benefit. But TikTok keep the money away. It doesn't even give you what you think that people are making. How do I move on from a straining relationship? So, are you still in the relationship? Are you still in the relationship? Are you still in there? Let me know if you're still in the relationship. Because how do you move on? You can't get through? Okay. Thank you, Mocha T. Hey, thanks, brother. Thank you, man. Jitterbug, thank you. Yes, but I'm tired. Well, when you get tired enough, you leave. But if I tell you to leave and move on, and you're not ready to move on, then you're going to always come back. What you do is that you begin to be honest with yourself. You got to stop being emotional, right? You got to stop being emotional. I think you are using your emotions that's keeping you... See, remember, emotion keeps you in the same place. Because emotions are records of the past. So if you are using your emotions, you are staying in the same past experience. And your past experience is going on right now. It's an old program, it's an old experience that you have been experiencing. That's why you are tired and you are drained, because the experience is old. The relationship is expired already. So you are still in it. So your emotions are tied to that toxic relationship. Remember, emotions are what keeps you in the past. Emotion does. Savvy, what's going on? Emotion keeps you in the past. The relationship is old and is in the past. That's why you are drained. It's putting your energy. Okay? So it's pulling your energy and you are being drained and tired. So that's why. Because you are trying to give a dead situation CPR or mouth to mouth. Anytime you try to give a dead person CPR, it just makes you tired and exhausted because you are transferring energy into a dead person or a dead situation. So, and it still is not getting better because it's already done. It's already expired. That's why giving CPR or watering dead plants don't work. So what you have to do is to realize that the emotions that you are experiencing, the fear and all them stuff, is those are all emotions that's tied to that old relationship. Now, it's about it's about not believing your emotions. So when the emotion comes, oh, but I like him, but I love him, but I love her, but I want to be with her. Cut that emotions and deal with facts. Remember, we adults, we don't deal with emotions, we deal with facts. Knowledge. It's knowledge over emotions. Matter of fact, that's my next shirt. Knowledge over emotions. Knowledge over emotions. Many of you, if you stay in your emotions, you will stay in bad situations. Because I love him, I love her, I want her, I care about her. So cut the emotions out. We don't make decisions based on emotions. You can't do it. If you do it, you're going to be stuck in the past. Emotions are past experiences. Feelings are past experiences. Your thoughts are past experiences. You hear that, sir? I'm serious. I'm making... Tony, can you please write it down? Knowledge over emotions. My next shirt. Knowledge over my... Knowledge, have a line. So knowledge, word, over emotion. That's my next shirt. Seriously. Because you have to understand, emotions will keep you in a place where you don't like it. Just because you feel connected to it. You feel attached to it. Knowledge makes you free. If used well, knowledge is power. If used well, knowledge is power. Because with the truth shall set you free. But you must accept the truth. And guess what? Guess what we all have? The truth. We all have the truth. Good morning, Crystal. We all have the truth. Everybody has the truth. But you just don't want to believe it so that you're not set free. When you start believing your truth, you will be set free. I promise you. What you do with your knowledge is on you. Facts. Knowledge is power if you use it well. But if you don't use it, knowledge becomes a distraction. It becomes punishment. Listen, if you don't use knowledge well, knowledge becomes punishment. Because now, I know better. I knew it. Now you begin to blame yourself. God is, what? Goldilocks is in the building. How are you doing? I ain't seen you in forever. How are you doing? But yeah. Thank you, Bossbug. So this is why we are suffering so much, because we know better and we're still doing it. And when we know better and we still do something and it breaks, oh my God. Guilt sets in. Anger sets in. The emotion becomes so strong. Hey, Paulina. So that's why we suffer so much, because one thing that we all have is the truth. We all have the truth now. All of us have it. We all have it, but we don't live by it. We live by emotions. Well, I know they're not shit, but I love them. Yeah, exactly. Annie Brown, knowledge is power if you use it well. Knowledge should set you free. On spiritual topics, and there is information, but one says this, another that. That is true, Kiko. That is very true. That is very true. Because even, listen, the most confusing place that you'll ever go is a spiritual bookstore. You go to a spiritual bookstore, you'll be confused. So yes, there's a lot of spiritual practices, but this is why you got to pick the one that's best for you. You got to know yourself. Everything ain't for you. Every answer ain't your question. Every answer, he says himself in the shirt. Every answer, emotion will get you killed. Facts. Every answer ain't your question, so you can't listen to everybody. Listen to what they are saying. Listen to their answers and see if you have the same question, and then apply. If you have the same question, if it makes sense, you're gonna feel it. The truth, you're gonna feel the truth. That's why nobody is right and nobody is wrong, because everybody has different questions. So that's why you can't believe everybody that you see, because everybody have a different question. See what I'm saying? Thank you, MK. Thank you. Somebody had a question just now, and thanks for the follow, by the way. Hey, Kizzy, how you doing? What question did I say? I'm happy to be here. Okay. Pablo, what's good? I've been trying to explain all. Somebody had a question earlier. Yes, Spicy. Tell me again your question. You know I don't keep information in my head. I don't keep information in my head for long. It comes in and it goes straight out. That's why I could speak so long without distraction. So yeah, ask me a question again. I totally forgot. I don't even know what it was about. But I'm prepared to answer your question, because I think it was a good question. Thank you, Raquel. Raquel, you got me right, Raquel. So to move on is to just understand that you know what's right, do what's right. When I ask how do you come to a person without attitude? Now, are you talking about yourself? Are you asking, what's up, Spencer? How are we doing, man? Are you asking how do you approach a person with no attitude? Is that what you're asking? Does that make sense? How do you come to a... Do you find yourself have a problem with the attitude? You have a nasty attitude, negative attitude. It's kind of frustration. It's kind of ridiculous. And you are... Thank you, Sevi. Thank you. And you are asking, how do you approach people with no attitude? Right? So here's the deal. You asking that question says a lot. Spicy. You asking that question says a lot. It says that you are, if that's what you are speaking about is yourself, it says that you are self-aware. It says that you know you have an attitude. That means you know you have an attitude. Good day, T, always. How are you doing? Like, you know you have one. That's half the battle. Right? That's half the battle. Number two, when you realize that your attitude is coming on, you have to ask yourself, why do I have it? Because my attitude is me. Because remember, your personality is based on your personal reality. Okay? Your personal reality, what you see, creates your personality. So you have to understand, how are you viewing life? Are you fearful? Are you scared? Yes. Are you scared? Are you anxious? Are you insecure about something? So a lot of times when you have fear and all of those insecurity, and fear is recognized by a whole bunch of things, jealousy and anger and all these things, disguised as fear. But why are you afraid is the question. So that's the real question. Why are you afraid? Okay? And then all you have to do, Jorgen Singh, what's going on with you, man? All you have to do sometimes, if you know you have an attitude, sometimes just sit still. Sit still. Learn to sit still. Just learn to just sit still in silence. Learn to take about 10 minutes every single day. Sit still and just let your thoughts go. Learn to not judge your thoughts. Learn to just look at your thoughts and see what thoughts come to you. Because those thoughts are so popular in your head that you don't even know what's going on with your thoughts. You don't even know your own thoughts. You don't know your own thoughts until you become aware of it. So sit by yourself, because those thoughts are your program. And your program is supporting you being afraid or scared or fearful. Because the thoughts that you don't focus on. But sit down for 1 day, then 2 days, and 3 days for 10 minutes. Close your eyes and just let your thoughts go. Don't judge them. Don't entertain them. Just see what comes. Just see what thoughts that you come all the time. Just see the thoughts. And then you get to understand, these thoughts come all the time. This one specific thought comes a lot of times. This one right here comes a lot of times. This one too. And then you start to make sense. It begins to connect. Then you figure out what program that you are running. You figure out the program. Man, I know men are liars. I'm just saying an example. One day, men are liars. I think all men lie. The next day, why all men gotta lie? I don't understand. My ex-boyfriend lied. The next day, I don't trust men. So look at by your thoughts, you can recognize your programs. What comes out is what you see. See what I'm saying? Or what is what's inside. So how do you approach somebody with no attitude? Sit still and control yourself. Understand that you have a choice. Your attitude is your choice. So when you sit still, and it takes time to sit still, and you choose what energy that you want to have. Choose the energy. Choose your energy. Change your side picture. Change your imagination. Choose your own energy. So instead of me going to you with anger, I would choose kindness, because you have to sit. Because the program is talking to you. The trauma is talking to you loudly. So you listen to the trauma before you take some time and listen to your inner self. Let me choose kindness. Hey, how are you doing? Are you okay? All right, what do you need from me? You know what I mean? So choose. You always choose your emotions. You gotta I tell people all the time, don't trust the emotions that comes to you, especially when you've been through trauma. Especially when you have been through trauma. Don't trust your natural feelings, because those natural feelings are tied to old situations. So you are experiencing in your mind the old situations. So those ideas are coming up, those thoughts come. So now my reaction comes. And you think that it doesn't mean that you are experiencing it now, or that you are suffering now. It means that you are choosing to live yesterday. So choose your emotions. How do I approach this person? Choose wisely, because you have a choice. You have a choice in how you react. What's up, Ray? What's your question, Shani? Yeah. So choose kindness and keep doing it. But don't just choose it in times when you need to choose it. Sit down for those 10 minutes and just let kindness seat in your heart. I am kind. And feel kind. I am kind. Breathe it in, because when you breathe in, you give it life, right? Listen, check this out. I am kind. I breathe in, my breath is life. So I breathe in the intention, I hold it, I feel kindness, I release my breath. I am loving. Give it life, give it the energy, which is feeling loving, feeling love, feeling how to be loved, feel it. Exhale. I am feeling amazing. Give it life. Hold it. Give it energy. Feel amazing. Exhale. Ain't that beautiful right there? Boy, what if you could do that all the time? Boy, ain't that amazing? You got to choose your emotions. And after a while, as you choose your emotions, then your body holds on to that good feeling that you keep doing, and your body begin to bring it to you more often. So now you ain't got to do it consciously all the time. You could actually, it comes to you, the feeling comes to you. The reason why fear comes to you all the time without you calling for fear is because your body is addicted to it, because that's what it always feels. So your body gonna bring up you feeling fear all the time. So now it's about time now to keep feeling a new emotions, happiness, joy, love, and all these good things. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Today, hold it, hold it, hold it. Tomorrow, hold it, hold it, hold it. Next day, hold it. Next week, hold it. Next month, hold it. And all you are doing is that you are reprogramming your body to feel a new energy. Next thing you know, your body just began to feel it without you trying. Because now it's hooked to the new emotion. It's hooked to the new feeling. You're like, ooh, I ain't gonna try anymore. I feel amazing for real. People ask me all the time, Kirk, how are you? And I'm like, I know you think that I keep saying I'm great because you think that it's something that I say, but I am really great. Tomorrow, Kirk, how are you? I am actually amazing. Kirk, how are you? Always amazing. Because I don't give myself another option. Vegan girl, how are you doing? Hi. I don't give myself other options. I don't need to. The problem is we give ourselves too many options. So we choose a shitty one. I feel great. You gotta hold it, breathe, give it life. Give it life. Just don't say the word. Same thing as telling myself I love pain. No. You don't have to love pain. pain gonna come regardless. You wish to make mini. Actually, I'm actually kind of mini. I'm kind of short now. I'm like this high. If you look at me, like if you cross your head, I'm like 3'11" on a very winter day. Like today is very snowy. So when I go outside, I look like about 3'11" because man. So careful when oxygen isn't going on the brain. I forget to breathe. Yeah. Many people do. Many folks do. Oh, thank you, Liana. Thank you. Kirk, how can I have a personal conversation with you? Shauna, can you book me if you want to talk about something deep? Can you book me? Can you go to my website? Go to my website. I do services now. I do one-on-one coaching services. I do monthly package. I do one-on-one, a one-time package. I do different types of experiences. I do chakra healing, balancing. I do spiritual guidance. I do a package spiritual guidance deal. I do relationship conversations. So go to my website. My website is on my bio. If that's what you want, you can just book me there, and we can meet. Good morning, the guided herbalist. I have a question. How do you embrace the feminine? Are you talking about as a man or a woman? Are you talking about a man or a woman? Or you mean like I don't know what you are. Are you a woman or a man? Are you talking about yourself? Let me know if you're a man or a woman, and then let me know if you're talking about yourself. Are you talking about a man or a woman? As a woman, how do you embrace the feminine? You know, to be honest, it's a tricky question because now you have to trust. Now I know it's very hard. I know it's very hard. Hey Jamie, I know it's very hard sometimes to embrace. Hey Crystal, how are you doing? I know it's very hard sometimes to embrace the feminine because in the world that we live in, we are distracted by the lack of male response, the lack of male kindness and love and generosity, the lack of male support. So it's kind of tricky because you begin to think that you need to be more masculine or you need to put some walls up. But in all reality, allow yourself. All right, vegan girl, I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for coming by. You become masculine from survival mood. Yeah, that can be. But how do you embrace the feminine? Is about allowing things to come to you. Sometimes we are so giving, we are the doer, we are the giver, but we are never the receiver. We are never the one who receives, the ones who are experiencing softness. We are not vulnerable. I'm talking about we as women. I'm not a woman, but I'm talking about just we as in you. I'm answering your question. We're not experiencing vulnerability because we're afraid, because the people that you have come in your life with or have encountered have tarnished you, have messed you up. Hey, Susie Brown. So a lot of times, you don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want to feel beautiful. You're not, feast on yourself. You are not in a place where you just receive or you are given on to. You just want to give because that's what you know, the masculine energy. So sometimes it's all about releasing what you think is right and wrong and just be still and allow, because the feminine is receiving. The feminine is a receiving energy. It receives, and the more she receives, she feels more secure because she trusts that energy. Now, the feminine energy is a very dominant energy if you actually think about it, because the ability to actually be feminine, not everybody could do it. It's very hard. It seems like it's challenging because that's not the energy that you have. So if you learn how to receive, and I learned how to give, because the masculine energy gives, the feminine energy receives. However, both are powerful in their own place. It's very powerful. But the giver must learn to receive. And the receiver must learn to give sometimes. Because there's a time where the feminine energy is needed more than others. We are all masculine and feminine energies. We are all both energies. I myself am a very feminine man. Am I gay? No, nothing like that. But I had to learn. A woman saying that Jesus is actually divine. Let's talk about that summertime, Kiko. But it doesn't mean really like that what it says or how you put it. But I understand what the person says. I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Good morning, Keisha. How are you? I found this very hard. Yes, and a lot of times you find it very hard because it's not what your norm is. So I've become feminine because I have to learn to receive. For me, if I don't use my feminine energy, I won't be able to receive downloads. I really won't be able to be vulnerable. I won't be able to love. Love becomes hard. Love becomes a challenge. Love becomes a task. It becomes, when you are not, love becomes like you become more in a survival mode if you don't receive the feminine. You become like one of those, as we call it, alpha males. I'd rather be a divine masculine than be an alpha male. I don't want to be an alpha male. I want to be a divine masculine. So now, to be a divine masculine, you must understand the balance in the feminine and masculine energy. Everything in this universe is two. Everything in this universe, every single thing in this universe is two. Masculine and feminine. Yin and the yang. So when you know that sometimes it's about receiving and sometimes it's about giving, and just be okay with that. Now, I don't really want to speak more of being feminine because I rather a woman speak on that, and I have to go in a few minutes. But I think a woman, a feminine person who knows that style personally would learn how to speak better, on that, conversation more than a man, because I know how to be masculine, but I know how to do both. You know what I mean? So yeah. But the feminine is about the receiving, the vulnerability, that caring, loving, calm. But that's not all she is. That's not all the feminine is. It's very powerful in its own sense. So we have to learn how to embrace that part and don't be afraid of it. A lot of times you can't be feminine because you're afraid to be vulnerable with the wrong person. But you can't be with the wrong person. If you learn discernment, you can't love the wrong person. You can't give the wrong person it. You can't have the wrong person. The wrong person don't exist. People say, I have wasted my time. Hey, teach to learn. I have wasted my time on the wrong person. You can't. You can't waste your time on the wrong person. That's impossible. That means something in that transaction you needed. You needed something in the transaction. That's why you stayed. And even though you think your time has been wasted, that's why, but your time can't be wasted because time is not yours. And if you are staying there every day, why did you stay? Yeah, Jasmine, you can't give love to the wrong person because that person needs love too. That person needs love. As a matter of fact, the ones who do the most needs the most love. The ones who do the most crap, the ones who is the most abusive, the most narcissistic, needs the most love. Now, I'm not saying to stay with them. I'm saying they need the most love. That's why they are doing what they are doing, because they have no love. So you can't love the wrong person. You really can't. But understand that what transaction, what lesson are you getting? What understanding have you developed? You know what I mean? What awareness did you get to when you realize I'm loving the wrong person? What is going on? What do I need? What am I lacking? What am I connected with? What energy is coming through me? Thank you, doggy. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? What energy do I have that's being sustained on his or her energy? What energy in me that's awakened when you around that I can't pull myself away? What am I attached to? So it's all about your awareness. Listen, life is not about everybody want to be their better version. And everybody want to be a better person and a better this and a better Christian and a better spiritual person. But there's no better version of you. There's only a more aware version of you. That's all there is, a more aware version. There's no better. It doesn't come better than you. It's just not coming more better than you. No one is better than you. You can't be your better self even if you try, because there's no better self. You are already perfection. You're already great. But you are not aware of your greatness. That's the problem. I'm trying to love him, but it's draining me. Well, trying to love somebody, it can't be draining to you because love is your power. So to love somebody, right? To love somebody can't drain you. To be with somebody can drain you. To love somebody ain't draining you. You understand what I just said? To love somebody shouldn't drain you because it's not your love. This is God's frequency. So if you are loving somebody, it cannot drain you because you are not using your own stuff because it's not yours. It's God's love. It's universal frequency. So it's not that you love them and it's draining you loving them. It's being with them. See, loving somebody and being with them is two different things. Many times you want the two to combine and to be together. That's the problem. Sometimes who you love don't have a damn thing to do with who you're with. Sometimes who you love ain't got crap to do with who you choose to have in your relationship or in your life. It's not the one that you love. Sometimes it's the one that's best for you, as you can see. So loving somebody can't drain you because it's not your love. It's God's love. It's universal love. It's trying to be with them in a relationship is what drains you because the energy is very draining. The energy is toxic, so it's draining you. It's not love. It's their energy. Their vibe is pulling you. So no, you love them all you want. But sometimes this is why everybody loves God. Because it's easier to love from a distance. Everybody, I love God so much. God is my savior. I love God. I love him. I love me some God. Because God ain't there. Because if God was right next to you every day, you would have been annoyed by God. You would have already cursed God already. I mean, come on now. You cursed your mother. All she wanted was the best for you. You cursed your father sometimes. They wanted the best for you. Your best friend, you cursed them. If God was here, you will curse him too. Come on now. I mean, come on now. So love don't drain you. It's people that drain you. We have to know how to separate the two. I just get excited saying that. An ex knocked on my door. We had a beer, and he thanked me for the lessons I gave him. Oh, that's amazing right there. When you could do that, that's amazing, Jamie. That's an amazing thing right there. Being the healthiest version of yourself will help your loved ones. Facts. When you begin to heal, your family begin to heal. Your children begin to heal. Facts. Facts. Penny said, I look forward to be moved by your words every month. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Penny. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Hey, Nabila. I post about every time I post about about something and you're talking about it on your live. See, we are linked. Grand Rising, Earth Angel, Grand Rising. I love my ancestors. Don't talk about God that much. Yeah, I understand that. I get you on that one. So yeah, man, that's real, right? Ray, I'm telling you. So listen, we gotta be honest with ourselves. We gotta be honest. We say we love God, but if God was right there, I'm telling you, this is why we can love people when they leave. We can love. Listen, when our ex leave, we love them even more. That's why when a man lost his wife, all of a sudden he fall in love with her because it's easier to love somebody who's not there. Because love makes you do certain or have certain frequencies and do certain things and standards. Love will make you do things that you don't want to do as far as treating somebody kind. But if you love, you want to do it. The thing is, they don't love. So when a man or when she leaves or when he leaves and when it's been months, I just loved you. I loved you so long. And people always love you when you're gone because you being there, they can't love you. They're distracted by you. I'm telling you, that's why we love God. Many times. That's why many of us love God. Talk about it day with someone and then you the same topic every time. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Annie Brown. So listen, I have one more question in me. One more answer. I have to go pick up my little ones. So what other questions that you have? Did I miss a question? I got one more question in me. Could I ask now if I hold your peace? One more question. Who will it be? I know I passed some questions. Deeper consciousness, you're late. Where you been, girl? So, I don't just sit on here and just look at the screen and answer questions like personal questions like Kirk. Where you from? I don't want to answer those questions. Those questions are boring. About hold on. Thank you, Spicy. Thank you. Women was saying on video that Jesus is Satan. I didn't really want to attack that one at all, Kiko. I didn't want to go into that one because people misunderstand that a lot. And that's why I didn't really want to go into that type of conversation because it's going to take a long time. But understand that it's a concept. Jesus is Satan. Is a concept. It means that you two are good and evil. Right? It means that you two, without one, the other one don't exist. You have to be both. See, without the negative charged cell in the battery, the battery is no good. And without the positive charged cell, the battery is no good. So without either cells, without the negative charge, the battery don't work. So it takes the negative charge and the positive charge to spark energy. Okay? It takes the negative charge and the positive charge to create energy. So when it says Jesus is Satan, it's talking about the concept that one, you're talking about it's like an ego. What do you call those people that have that alter ego? That alter ego is like one is the next, but next is one also is the same. It's one and two, but two and one. But yet they come together perfectly because everything is just one. Okay, so check this out, right? There is only one energy. It's not two, not three. There's just energy. Human beings are at 7.8 billion. So with that one energy, is felt 7.8 billion different ways. And how you experience them is different based on what you think, your perception, how you feel. So energy seems like it's different. Some people say you have good energy. Facts, Keisha. Exactly. Right there. One of the same. Perfect. So some people say, oh, you have bad energy. Because that bad energy don't feel the same as your good energy. But it's the same energy. It's just expressed differently. Energy is expressed differently. See what I'm saying? So when that person says, Jesus is Satan, understand that it's a concept of there's only oneness. There's not two energies, only one. Only one life force. The energy from the plants and the spiders and the monkeys is the same energy that you have. Same energy, same life force. So one has to be two. Now I don't want to. That's going to be a long conversation that I don't really, and you know what I'm saying. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. I hope that makes sense to you. Hey Siobhan, how are you doing, girl? I ain't seen you in a while in my life. How do you deal with someone who wants to argue every day and always accuse you of sleeping around? Well, if that person is doing that, they're probably sleeping around and they're probably feeling like they should tell you that you are so that you all could argue. Okay. You know what? When you are young, you deal with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? How do you conquer ego or control it? Next question, Ray. I'll answer the question real quick. Let me keep the screen right there just so I can remember your question. At a certain age, you don't deal with people like that anymore. At a certain age, it's a maturity thing. I'm 42 years old. I'm not going to deal with somebody who always want to argue because for me, there's no value in arguing. And number two, for somebody who tells me I'm sleeping around all the time, I don't have that in me. I don't have that. So at a certain age, you're like, no, we shall be gone. But the thing is, we accept those behaviors and we complain about it. You can't complain about what you accept because what you allow will persist. What you allow will continue. And it's not that you are allow it consciously on purpose, but you are allowing it because you are staying there. You are staying in this. At a certain point in your life, 40s, 50s, you're like, no, that's a wrap. No, I can't do this. Oh, no. Oh, I'm done. Oh, no. We're not going to do this. So as you grow older, in wisdom, understanding, and in your peace, you realize my peace I can't afford this. I can't afford that. Oh no, I can't hold this conversation. Oh, I can't argue. Because when you argue, you always feel drained. So at a certain time, I think when enough is enough, you will know that enough is enough. Hey, Miss Bryce, how are we doing? Seriously, you know what I mean? Well, he's mature for his age because that's what his age is. We don't know what age is maturity. What maturity age should be. There is no such thing as he's not mature for his age. He is who he is. It's just that he's not what you're not on the same frequency. So you will never understand each other. You are missing each other. No matter if you're in the same room, you're going to always miss each other. You're going to always miss each other. Conversations, you can be face to face having a conversation and there's no understanding. There's no coming to one understanding because you're on two different frequencies. So when you're on two different frequencies, it cannot work. It's impossible. And I'm talking about when you're in a different frequency conversations, one of the quickest ways to realize frequencies is by conversation and understanding. If you're with somebody who actually loves you and gets you, you ain't got to talk much. You can sit right there on the bed. They can sit there for 6 hours where you ain't got to talk and they feel completely, you're not ignoring me. You don't have those conversations. Queen Christy, how are you doing? I'm serious, like for real. But you can sit in the same house, different rooms, and you feel completely connected because you're in the same frequency. And listen, hey, you hungry? I was thinking about asking you the same questions. What do you want? Chicken. I knew it. I felt it. Listen, progression. That's a continuous flow of information. So understand sometimes you're not on the same frequency, and you gotta trust that, you gotta understand it, and try to be on the same frequency. Try to increase, have them increase theirs, because if you drop yours, you're gonna be miserable. So have them try to increase theirs by doing things together, walking together, going to the park together, laughing together, going to the ocean together, walking in flowers and trees together, in the mountains, in the forest. Those things elevate your frequency. Cut the meat out of your diet, cut the dead flesh out, and all. If you're miserable, then it's time to go. Listen, your body tells you, your spirit tells you when it's time, but you don't listen to your spirit. If you feel like you are miserable, why do we still stay? That's all you need. You don't need me to tell. See, when you're feeling anxious, miserable, annoyed, frustrated, you don't need nobody's advice. You don't need nobody's advice at all. You understand that is all you need to feel. Trust your feelings. Your feeling is telling you this is not it. That's the real trust. Your misery. Don't live there. Don't live in misery, because next year I need healing, because you choose to be miserable. And it's like you chose misery for so long that you stick with it. So even when he is gone, you're going to be miserable still. So even when he's out of your life, next year comes, you're going to still be miserable. Talking about I need healing. You don't need healing. You need to drop the frequency, drop the misery, choose happiness. And when you realize that happiness doesn't match his, it's not going to work. Frequencies are different. Okay, so one more question. Ray asked me, good morning, very, very Mary. How are you doing? Ray asked me, that's hilarious. Mokati, I just followed you back. And thank you. I'm very flattered. Ray asked me, how do you control your ego, or how do you crush your ego? Let me tell you, the ego needs no crushing or controlling. There is no need to crush your ego. A matter of fact, you can't crush your ego. Your ego is your physical sense. Your ego is your being here amongst earth in your physical body. Your ego is having your senses. You smell, your sight, you listen, your air, your touch. That's your ego. Your ego is actually, you came from Julie. Okay, I know I see your name somewhere. I know I see your name from somewhere. So thank you. Thank you. So there's no need to crush your ego. To live on earth, you need your ego. Your ego is a beautiful thing. Your ego actually protects you. It protects you. It keeps you safe. And it protects you. So, no need to crush your ego. The only thing about the ego is to be aware of it. Is to understand what it seeks and to be aware of it. When you become aware of the ego, there's no need to, it's like your shadow. When you become aware of your shadow, there's no need for it to be gone. Oh, I see it. Oh, it wasn't me, it was my shadow. Is it? Is this what I want, or is this what my ego wants? Okay, I see. Okay, would I want this spiritually? Because the spirit wants me to be free. The ego is stuck among men on earth. The ego just wants me to survive. It wants me to survive. The spirit needs me to live. There are two different functions. The ego needs me to live. The spirit wants me to, the ego needs me to survive. The spirit needs me to live and to be free. So now, when I have to make a decision, when somebody say, Kirk, you stupid. Now, you have just attacked my ego, because my ego is an idea of who I think I am. The ego is an idea of who I think I am amongst men. Do you understand? It's about, it gives you an identity. So you told yourself, I'm a black man, I'm successful, I'm smart, I'm cute, and I'm fit. That my ego now begin to protect that identity. My ego protects that identity. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get it? So now, since I said I am smart, I'm successful, I'm handsome, I'm this and I'm that, this is who I am. My ego says, let me mark a barrier around this. So when somebody disrespects me, you are so stupid. Now you are messing with my identity, my ego. So my ego wants to say, I will fight back. I must fight back, because now you have messed with my ego. The spirit says, Kirk, that's not you. that identity is not yours. It's just yours while you're among men. It's not real. It's an idea. Because you are not defined. You cannot be defined. You cannot be identified with anything, because you are everything. So the spirit says, listen, you trust me, that's not you. The ego says, I must fight back. So now